Hare Krishna. What we do for gratification causes frustration. In this world, we are all seeking happiness, and yet we see quite often the very things that we do for gratification cause frustration. We can look at this at the grossest level. Some people try to get some quick pleasure through smoking or drinking, and that causes entanglement, that causes addiction, that causes huge amount of money wastage, that causes health problems, that causes behavioral disorders, and overall it causes great frustration. At a less extreme level, some people do things like, say, just watching a lot of TV, playing a lot of video games, or just eating a lot to get gratification, and even that ends in frustration. Even if, let's say, the person's health does not get spoiled because of eating too much, the obesity is a serious problem, but still, even if that doesn't happen, still they after some time the thing becomes boring. People may watch TV, but one program seems interesting, but after some time things become boring and boring, and people keep surfing more and more to try to find out something which seems interesting, and by the end of it all, they just end up frustrated. So what we do for gratification causes frustration. So this is a general principle. Now, does this mean that actually we are not meant to seek happiness? No, the Bhagavad Gita states that we are meant to seek happiness, but in a healthy way. And a healthy way means a harmonious way, a way that is harmonious with our nature. We are at our core spiritual beings, and we need to seek happiness in a spiritual way. Surrounding us souls is our material shell, which comprises the body and the mind. And when we seek happiness through physical or mental stimulation, that pleasure ends sooner or later in frustration. So, yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkhayo evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Krishna states that yehi samsparshaja. So, by the contact of the senses and sense objects, samsparshaja bhoga, the pleasure that we seek. What happens by that? Dukkhayo evate. Dukkhayo. It results, it is the womb of misery. It causes frustration. Adyantavantah kaunteya. Knowing that it has a beginning and an end, it is not going to last. What is going to last is its consequence. So therefore, nateshu ramate buddha, the wise person does not delight in this pleasure. And Krishna says in the next verse, tolerate this, and then in the next verse he says, turn inwards and seek happiness within. Yontar sukho antaramas thantar jyotireva yaha. So says, seek happiness within. So seek happiness within means that we are at our core souls. And as souls, our nature is Sachidananda. We are joyful by our very nature. And our nature is expressed in its fullest when we live in loving harmony with Krishna, the all-attractive Supreme. So by living in harmony with Krishna, we experience the highest happiness. And it is that happiness which is our ultimate aspiration, whether we know it or not. So if we strive for purification instead of gratification, we understand, okay, let me do those things which will purify me, which will remove the coverings of material impressions and contaminations that are obscuring my awareness of my spiritual nature. So when we strive to purify ourselves, that purification naturally brings satisfaction, because joy is a part of our inner nature itself. So just as if there is a shining jewel, we don't have to create another source of light. you just remove the dust from it, the dirt from it, then its shine automatically comes along. So similarly, joyfulness manifests within us and through us if we just purify ourselves. So we want happiness, we want satisfaction, but if we look for it through bodily gratification, we will end in frustration. But instead, if we look for spiritual purification, then we will get lasting satisfaction. Thank you. Hare.